Hello and welcome back everyone to the Olympia Dynasty. We are here in week 13 taking on the Houston Cougars. Now the Houston Cougars are undefeated on the opposite side where they're 0-10 right now. They have not won a single game. We are obviously not looking to give them their first, but I think this is a better team than what is shown on paper. 0-6 in conference, 0-10 overall. This team's got a lot of talented pieces that just haven't come together yet, and they stand between us and BYU for a Big 12 North championship, division championship game in the Big 12. And we will see if we can win this one coming up soon after this. And off we go here in Houston. This will be fielded inside the 5-yard line by Easley. He'll take it out to the 30 before being brought down, and Edmund Easley gets the Houston Cougars a pretty decent starting position here for 1st and 10. 1st and 10, and Covington will drop back with this one, throws it across the middle field, and on 1st down, Houston has already struck for a 20-yard pass just about. Cole Dean, 18 yards, and now they're at the 49. 2nd and 10 for the 0-10 Cougars. Handoff, Richard, brought down in the backfield by a gang of Raider tacklers there. Franklin officially credited with the TFL. 3rd and 11 now. Covington dropping back, throwing this one on the move, and TJ Richard has to adjust to catch it. Steps out of bounds, and that will be the end of that drive. 1st and 10 for the Raiders now, and it's a handoff to Kirk Doherty, and he just did not have any blocking for him. Gets brought down in the backfield for a 3-yard loss. 2nd and 13. It's a screen pass out to Doherty. He's got blocking in front of him this time, though. Using his speed, cuts outside at the 40. Down to the 50-yard line. A 34-yard run after catch gain for Kirk Doherty. Now 1st and 10 will hand it off to J.J. Thomas on the misdirection, and he'll pick up a 12-yard run between the tackles, something we've seen him be able to do pretty well, actually, this year. The house in motion now. It's a swing screen out to him, and he'll get down to the 30, and it'll be inches before getting a 1st down. As now it's 3rd down and inches. Handoff, Doherty up the middle. 1st down, 4-yard run for him, and the Raiders keep the ball moving. 1st and 10, house in motion again. It's a jet sweep this time. No, play action actually. And thrown out and then mossed from Corey Cross. Palmer, the cornerback, leaps that route and just mosses Cross. Wow. So Houston with the ball now, thrown out, intercepted. Jay Moore in zone coverage there, tripped up by his own guy there. Actually, Jamar Brooks kind of trips him up. But an interception from Jay Moore as he jumps the route this time. So 1st and 10, back with the ball in their hands. Handoff, Doherty, off tackle, shoving a defender down. He'll pick up 10 yards, and it's now 1st and 10. 1st and 10 in the stacks look now. Throwing this one out, caught by Ty Crease. He walks it into the end zone. Nobody even close there, untouched. Touchdown. So 7-0 after 2 interceptions to start the game here. Thrown out, and this one's almost picked off. If Jamar Brooks was looking for it, I think he could have had that. 2nd down and 10 now. Looks like 4 wide, maybe actually 1 tight end. So we throw short to Dean there, and Cole Dean picks up 7 yards to make it 3rd down and 3. So 3rd and 3, about halfway through the 1st quarter here. Covington throws this one out. That's caught by Richard. Richard absolutely stiff-arming Curtis Simpson. And he picks up 11 yards on the reception there, and they're about at midfield. 1st and 10 now for Houston. Handoff, Richard. Brought down in the backfield between Curtis Simpson and Anthony Freeman. I think Simpson officially will get that TFL, but a nice play by both of them. 2nd and 14 now. Play action thrown out. Pollard fighting his way forward. Sam Pollard, a 12-yard catch there. It's 3rd down and 2 now. In the gun, Covington throws this one out, and that is caught. Cole Dean, a diving catch there. Dean has been everywhere so far, 40 yards in the 1st quarter alone. 3rd and 9 now. Covington, draw play to Richard, and that's going nowhere. That is brought down for a loss by Pele Latu, and now Houston will look to kick this one. Kick is up. It's on target, and it's just short. So the score is still 7-0. Armstrong dropping back. Throws this one underneath to Kirk Doherty on the check down, and that's a 7-yard reception for a first down. Doherty's already got 45 yards receiving, by the way. Counter now to J.J. Thomas. He cuts it inside. A nice run for him there after contact, about 8 yards, and that's now 2nd down and 2. Lee House in the gun now, and he'll get the handoff. And if Lee House had breakaway speed, that was a touchdown. So well blocked. 2nd and 7 now. Screen pass out. Zach Schuster, he's got blocking in front of him, and he'll step out of bounds at the 20-yard line. So 1st and 10 now. Thomas back in the game again. We'll hand it off to him on the buck sweep. He cuts outside, breaks in, and then gets about 6 yards. And that will end the first quarter. So Olympia on their way to scoring again. Already up 7-0. Might be able to turn this into a 2-score game. And we're here in the 2nd quarter now. 2nd down and 4. Handoff. Doherty. Blockers. Fights his way ahead to the 6-yard line. A 10-yard run for him. And he's up to 24 yards rushing. Now Armstrong on the QB design pull. Gets 5 yards in the touchdown. And it is now 14-0 Olympia. Houston's got to have a response here. Gonna throw the screen out to Richard. A lot of space in front of him. And he'll pick up about 8 yards. I feel like Houston's been able to get the ball moving. They just haven't really been able to seal the deal. 2nd down and 2. Covington. Time running out. He is sacked by Robert Humphrey. He just shot the gap, and there was a great coverage there downfield. Nothing for Covington to do. 3rd and 10 now. Covington. He's going to throw the screen out. And Vincent Hargrove tracks down Richard, the nose tackle, coming over and tracking down the running back. So 4th and 11, punt out. Jong. It bounces off his helmet. And Jong picks this one up before being brought down. Just not very heads up there from him. 1st and 10. Armstrong dropping back. Throws this one deep. He's got Corey Cross on the post route. 26-yard reception there. And ball moves once again. 1st and 10. Screen out to Zach Schuster. He's got blocking in front of him. Unfortunately, just blocking doesn't hold up long enough. He does get 25 yards off that, though. 2nd and 13 now. Hand off to Cross. Throwing back out to Armstrong. Armstrong's got blockers in front of him, and that'll be a 10-yard reception, actually. 3rd down and 3. Now Doherty in motion. It's a triple option. Armstrong pitches it out. Thomas, well read by the Cougars. Every lane was covered, and we have to settle for 3. 3-score game is 17-0 now. Covington dropping back. Throws this one deep, and he's got a man. It's Cole Dean, because who else? 31-yard reception. 1st and 10 now. Handoff Richard. Brought down by Jamar Brooks. 1-yard loss. 2nd down and 11 now. Covington. Too much time. He throws this one out, and he's got Cole Dean once again. Dean has just been taking advantage of our nickel corner and our linebackers today. 1st and 10 now. Covington dropping back. He'll throw this one. And once again, it's Cole Dean. Unless there's anybody else on the team named Dean, I feel like there are 5 Deans out there. 1st and goal. Handoff. Richard into the end zone as McIntosh whips on the tackle. And it is now 17-7 as the Silent Hill Sirens blare. Kick to Eddie Jong here, and he'll get hit. Ball's out. Stovall falls on it, and Houston has recovered. 2nd special teams gaff for Eddie Jong. 1st and 10. Covington now. Great field position and a chance to make it a 1-score game. Finds Robertson down at the 5-yard line, and Houston already about to make this a 3-point deficit. Covington, handoff. Richard, untouched into the end zone. And the score changes quickly. It's like those scenes in Silent Hill where the environment would just change around you. That's Eddie Jong throwing the game away. As we throw out to Lee House here. Nice catch and run. 2nd and 10 at midfield. Crease into the backfield. Handoff. Doherty up the middle. He'll get about 8 yards. He's had a nice day running the ball. Now 3rd down and 2. It is a read option. Armstrong keeps. Armstrong brought down for a loss, and he is down on the field. Not sure if he's just shaken up or hurt. And it's a fake to Kevin Tate on the punt, and he goes nowhere. So a turnover on downs now. This game has just shifted dramatically. Covington throwing this one out. McIntosh leaps the route and picks it off. The ball hawk McIntosh. And he did that one-handed. Well, we'll see if we can keep him for his senior season. I have to have a feeling he might go pro early, as now Roa Latu checks in, finds Ty Crease a little underthrown, but I mean otherwise perfect. 27-yard reception there for him. 3rd and 10 now, 30 seconds left in the half. Latu out. Beautiful time of a throw, and Rudy Rutherford's got it. Touchdown, Olympia. And we go into half with a 10-point lead after choking away 14 straight points. Hey, Latu into the half on the perfect way. And we are back here in the second half. Handoff to Kirk Doherty. Cuts inside and going to spin his way down a few extra yards. It's 8-yard run for him. 2nd down and 2. 2nd and 2. Lee House checks into the backfield. We like to run this little H-back set. And right as he throws, he gets hit. Armstrong to Schuster. Schuster with that speed. You will not catch him. Touchdown, Zach Schuster, 71-yarder. Once he gets the ball in space, expect him to run it the distance. Covington now back on offense. Down 17 points just like the beginning of the game. And guess who he's going to go to here? Yeah, you guessed it. It's Cole Dean. 1st and 10 now. Sending an all-out 6-man blitz now. Richard beats the blitz and he'll get 10 yards there. Makes it 1st and 10 for the Cougars. In the gun, motioning the tight end out left, it seems. It's 3rd down and 3 for Houston. And Covington will run with this one. Somehow escapes Pele Latu's contain there. And picks up 10 yards on the scramble. 1st and 10 now, 2nd down and 6. Covington in the gun, drops back. Throws this one out. He's got Richard. A lot of passes to the running back today, as well as TJ Richards got another 15 yards added onto his receiving yards. 2nd down and 8 now. Throwing this one to Dean. And he flops into the end zone. And the sirens blare once again as the Cougars offense has been nigh unstoppable. Eddie Jong. What is Eddie Jong doing? He tracks down the ball. And maybe they'll get some yardage out of this one. Thankfully gets maybe down to the 22. But what is wrong with Eddie Jong today? QB wrap for Armstrong now, and Armstrong will take it for a 1st down and then slide down as we are halfway through the 3rd quarter now. 1st and 10, dropping back. Armstrong running out of time. He'll start scrambling with this one. Throws it, and that gets picked off. He had Zach Schuster with the step, but just didn't have the arm strength on the run to throw that downfield. Well, things are not looking good for Olympia now. Covington back on offense. Throws this one out. It's Cole Dean once again. Moore giving chase, and Moore will bring him down out of bounds. But that's a 30-yard catch for Cole Dean. And I don't think their plan is to throw it to any other wide receiver. At what point do you start double teaming Cole Dean? Pele Latu with a nice hit here, though. And Robert Humphrey will bring him down in the backfield. So it's now 3rd down and 14. So maybe forcing a field goal here. Covington thrown out. Cole Dean's got it. But that is short of a 1st down, and they will kick 3. So throw a screen out to Zach Schuster, and he's got speed to make this one happen. Breaks a tackle, but then is brought down from behind. A 25-yard reception for him. 1st and 10, Thomas in at running back. It's a handoff to him on the sweep. Thomas has blockers. Thomas has speed, but Thomas gets tricked up by his shoelaces and only picks up 8 yards on what could have been a touchdown run. Now Armstrong is making an adjustment. Looks like he just motioned from the shotgun now into the under center here. And he'll hand it off. Kirk Doherty. A lot of room in front of him. Kirk Doherty bowling over a defender. A 21-yard run for Doherty there, as this running game has been lethal today. 1st and 10. Armstrong dropping back. He's got J.J. Thomas in the end zone. It's caught. 24-yard reception on the flag route. You know we love to run these motion running back routes out of the go-go there. It's 1st and 10 now for Houston, down 14. Archie brought down for a loss by Vincent Hargrove. 3rd and 4 now. Handoff. Richard. Hargrove's got him in the backfield once again. Vincent Hargrove having an excellent day at that nose tackle spot. So punt out here, and you can see Eddie Jong has actually been replaced. Derek Canary now taking the snaps on special teams. And Canary's got some speed. He's small with speed. Cuts inside. Down to 20. Actually gets hit by his own man. Had a touchdown there before another Olympia player stopped him. But hey, we now have a nice return, and we'll go into the 4th quarter with a 14-point lead, looking to keep Houston winless. We start the fourth quarter here. 3rd down and 2. Doherty in motion. It's a handoff for J.J. Thomas, fighting his way down to the 1-yard line. An 11-yard run for him, as he's had a 100-yard running day. 2nd and goal. Armstrong, he'll just step up and waltz this one into the end zone. You gotta have a spy on him at this point. He's too speedy. So it is a 21-point game, and looking like a defensive stop here might end the game. Covington throwing this one out. He's got Hale. LaRue Hale, first reception of the day. And somebody other than Cole Dean got a pass. Well, I spoke too soon. There's Cole Dean bouncing off tacklers. An 8-yard run off of what should have been 3 yards, except he just broke every tackle. So Covington back on offense, or back with the ball in his hands. Cole Dean gets a 16-yard reception now. And he's almost a 200 yards receiving on the day. 1st and 10. Covington dropping back. Throws this one to Cole Dean. Shocker. And that is officially over 200 yards. 1st and goal now. Handoff. Richard escapes pressure. Gets down to the 1-yard line. There's a 4-yard run. And Houston about to make this a 2-score game once again. Covington dropping back. Running out of time. And he's sacked. Sacked this time by Reginald Ross, one of our depth defensive tackles. You must think that Olympia's gassed here in the front 4. And this time brought down right around the 5-yard line by Robert Humphrey in coverage. Nice play. 4th and goal. To end the game, thrown out. Caught. No! Out of bounds by Cole Dean. You knew it was who he was going to look for. And now Christian Armstrong's... What? So they run a triple option. Armstrong reads it perfectly, has all room in front of him, open field, and he pitches it instead right to the defender. 1st and goal, thrown out. Sam Pollard, touchdown. Again, it just feels like reality can warp around you any moment. And that's what's going on here. Is Eddie Jong is back on special teams, and Derek Canary has to track it down because Jong, did the Monstars sap his talent or something? He legitimately looks like Patrick Ewing in Space Jam right now. Handoff, J.J. Thomas, and I think if he cut that one off of Bob Hayles there, he might have had a touchdown. 2nd down and 1. Kevin Tate in motion. Handoff, Doherty has a 1st down and a lot of blocking in front of him. Doherty with a nice 8-yard run there, as he's just been so reliable today. 1st and 10 now, handoff, Kevin Tate. Tate's got 5 yards on the run there, and it's 2nd down and 5. Off tackle sweep for J.J. Thomas, and he'll get the 1st down, breaks it out, and steps out of bounds at the 45-yard line. And this running game can't be stopped right now. 2nd and 10, triple option. Armstrong, this time a wise decision to hold and then pitch. That's how you read the triple option, Armstrong. 1st and 10 after Cameron Anderson's run now. Looks like we're in a full house again, and we'll hand it off. Doherty, a lot of room in front of him, and he'll pick up 6 yards. We're almost to 200 yards rushing on the day. 2nd down and 4 now. Armstrong taking this one down 4 yards. They'll mark him just short at 3rd and inches. 3rd and inches, pitch out. J.J. Thomas on the pitch. And he has nowhere to go with that. Just a terrible option there. Now Latu on the fake. And that one almost gets picked off. I'm not sure about the decision to fake that one. No timeouts for Houston. 2 minutes left in the game. Down 14. They got to make something happen here. Cole Dean, 9-yard reception. Stays in bounds. No 1st down, though. Time keeps winding. 3rd and 6. Covington dropping back. Throws this one deep. Somehow not intercepted by Sam Franklin. And LaRue Hale gets the reception there. So 1st and 10. Covington tripped up. Recovers. Almost throws the end of the game there to Anthony Freeman, who was actually doing really well in coverage for a big defensive lineman. 2nd and 10 now. Covington hit before he can throw. That is a sack there. And that is Lee Williams, another depth lineman, getting their chance to get a sack. 4th and 16. Covington throwing this one short. Archie brought down short well before the 1st down. And that will signal the end of the game. 0-11 for Houston. You got to feel bad for them this year. But you don't feel bad for Olympia. We are unstoppable right now. The win streak continues, and next week, week 14, we have a date set, the Big 12 North Division Championship. I will see you there against BYU. Thank you so much for watching.